Afternoon, friends. Jeff Hine, Chair of Marion County Republicans, coming at you here with a couple of videos, 4 parts today. First one entitled, You Need to Choose a Side. These videos were inspired by a friend of mine named Tammy. So, what do I mean? You gotta choose a side. Lots of you folks have been up in arms and down at the state capitol, and you've been testifying with your senators and your legislators and so on, and you've made some great strides in putting the brakes on some of the really terrible policies coming out of our legislature. So first of all, hats off to you for that. But when you were down there, or while you were writing all these letters, did you happen to pay notice to how many libertarians, Constitution Party, non-affiliate, or Green Party legislators and senators there were in our state house? Yeah? How many were there? 0. Now, why is that? Well, much to my dismay, and I'm sure Washington would really be just eyes rolling in the back of his head, we are a two-party system in this country right now. You can like it and you can hate it, but that's the reality. So, a long time ago, when I got involved in politics, probably 10 years ago, and I became a precinct committee person, and that's another video, I decided I needed to change my affiliation. I was an independent. Why? Because I really couldn't stand either party. Well, guess what? I still can't sometimes. But if I wanted to make a change and I wanted to get in and do something, I needed to pick and get on a team that was actually in the game. Sorry, friends, but the independent party just barely made major party status a couple years ago, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep it. They don't have a PCP infrastructure. They have no representation in their state house. So really it's not all for naught necessarily, but it's symbolic more than it is anything else. Okay, people are just tired and they don't like what's going on in the two major parties. I get it. But if you want to change something, you want to have a voice in the primaries, you want to get involved in a party where you can have a measurable impact in what the outcomes are in our legislature, you got to pick a side between the Democrat and the Republican side. So and I know there's terrible ones on either side of the fence, right? Some of the primary people behind this HB 3063 was on the Republican side. Go figure. It's certainly not the majority of them. And the ones who have primarily been fighting for your rights as parents and otherwise have been Republicans, bar none. Very few Democrats, except, God bless her, Betsy Johnson. I love that woman. I don't know why she's a Democrat, but she is. Anyway. It's a two-sided race. There's two teams on the field here, folks. I just encourage you, pick one of those two. And if it comes to freedom as a parent, as a firearm owner, I'm sorry, but the Democrat Party is not the party of freedom now. You just nationally look at it. Ocasio-Cortez and the rest of those folks, what are they preaching, friends? Socialism. Or straight-up democracy. Guess what? We're not a democracy. We're a republic. Look up those two terms and learn about the difference. It might surprise you. 75 or 80% of folks I talk to think we're a democracy. Recite for me your Pledge of Allegiance and get back to me in the next video. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.